Hi, it's Joy, and today we're watching Tales of the Jedi, Season 1, Episode 1, Life and Death. I am not entirely sure what to expect from these. I know that they are fairly short. They are shorter than even like Clone Wars episodes or Rebels or whatever. I think I've seen that they maybe tell some of Ahsoka's story and some of Dooku's story. I've tried to avoid looking at anything just from scrolling past things. That is kind of what I think I've seen, but every single episode could be about someone different. I truly don't know, but if you've watched any of my reactions to Star Wars things and all of my reactions to the recent Star Wars things, to Clone Wars, A Bad Batch, and I did it on my Patreon, they're all here on YouTube as well, you know that I love finding out more about the lore, the world, the characters, so I've been very excited for this. Basically just been waiting for a time where there was a gap on my schedule where I could fit in a recording time, and technically speaking there isn't time right now, but I'm doing it anyway. So yes, you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, as these are sort of just little episodes. It's up on the live currently airing show tier up there, rather than there's most of the tiers on Patreon. You can get it. Let's go. I'm waffling. Let's go. If one of these tales, maybe in season 2, could be all about Grogu, that would be okay with me. When he was a Jedi at the school.
Aye, she's here. She's here.
Was that Ahsoka's dad? The whole concept of the Jedi taking the kids away from their family and cutting off all contact is so brutal, and I don't agree with it. I have iffy opinions on their whole thing about being attached or whatever as it is.
Ahsoka.
She's gonna have a life beyond anything you're imagining for her right now, and it won't be as happy as you hope it will be, but it will have those happy moments. What would her life have been if she'd stayed here? Oh, so cute!
You'll insult the spirits.
The trees.
Ancestors.
All right then. I meant no offense.
Her parents. She deserved to know them. Like, I know the Jedi have their whole thing. I'm being very casual about it. Attachments are making you weak, but if you just trained people to deal with those attachments and the fear of losing them, you'd have less problems in the long run.
Good hunting, Bafti.
Like, Ahsoka could have siblings.
Tu es mai. Tu es mai.
I mean, guns and babies I don't love together, but this is the way of their people and her tradition. Alas, I am sad for all she might have had. Oh, the baby doesn't like it.
You must face death, Ahsoka.
She's 1!
Do not fear it.
1 year old! Don't be distracted by your adorable bundle of cuteness. It's a little big. Oof. Yeah, something has not gone well out there. Oh god, it didn't even down it! Oh, sweetie, they're not playing. I mean, I know... Oh my god. I was gonna say, I know the Jedi, they could just sense Force-sensitive children. She doesn't have to do anything, but I was expecting her to sort of do something, I don't know. I mean, it could have just gobbled her up in one bite. It didn't do that. And obviously Ahsoka lives, unless someone else has a kid and it's like, I'll name this one in honor of your baby that died. That's our little baby.
We will not stop until we find her.
It's bringing her back. Which means you will lose her. But in a better way than that. She's riding now.
Wait!
That's our girl. Whew.
Rakshir. Tuwe mai.
Yeah.
Tuwe mai. Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi.
You've lost her. She'll live. You won't get to raise her. I mean, I'd want the best for my kid, but I would be tempted to just run. Not that I could escape the Jedi. This was a really interesting concept of a little mini episode. I like the idea of this series. I think they're doing a second season. I may be completely wrong with that. The idea of it being like showing us little snapshots, moments that don't really fit into any other series or context. Although something like this could have been a flashback in the Ahsoka TV series, but I suppose plot-wise it wouldn't have really had anything to do with it. Not like Ahsoka remembers. I do understand the concept of being a Jedi and the fact that they really do take this whole thing of if you have an attachment, you will go evil because you'll be scared of losing it very seriously. I think I get it to a point, but I also think no human or human-like species will be able to live life without attachment, whether it's to your fellow Jedi, to the trooper you work alongside. You're going to always form attachments. So if the Jedi camp was like boarding school, that would make sense to a point, but it's brutal taking kids away from their families and doing it without choice. From what I gather, it's like your kid is a Jedi, therefore it's too dangerous to leave them with you. They're coming with us. And if a parent says no, it's like, you gotta say yes. If that isn't the case, then good. I mean, obviously as a parent, you want your child to have the fullest potential. And if your child has the potential to go and become a Jedi and to make a real difference in the galaxy, you may well want that. But there's also nothing wrong with wanting your child close and with you. And in a way, it was very sweet to see how loved Ahsoka was by her family and what life was like there. It is also kind of sad to think that she barely knows any of that. That is such a distant concept to her. And I almost wonder if after the fact, down the line, when she's not with the Jedi anymore, does she seek out her family? Are they still out there? Or is that just so removed from being a relevant part of her life? So I loved seeing this little snapshot into the culture Ahsoka came from, into the world and the life she would have had, and just how much love there was for her from her family, from her village, and just how special and powerful she is. It was a very good episode. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of all of my reactions to all the Star Wars shows on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.